This is a demonstration of a database application built on the Force.com platform. It was designed and built by process management consultants. What is Force.com? Force.com is a platform as a service product designed to simplify the development and deployment of cloud-based applications and websites. Developers can create apps and websites through the Cloud IDE and deploy them quickly to Force.com's multi-tenant servers. Force.com is owned by software as a service vendor, Salesforce.com. The application was designed and built to manage many essential business processes for a specialty retailer. Many of these processes are standard to any industry. The business processes managed by this application are as follows: invoice management, payment processing, purchase orders, expense management, project management, inventory and asset management. Workflow for each business process has been thoroughly mapped out and tested. Managing any business process usually means coordinating tasks with others, so a robust contact management system is a priority. Let's take a quick look. The root of the system is aligning contacts with accounts. Accounts can be any type of organization, such as a customer, a supplier, or a vendor, or in the case of this specialty retailer, an account could even be a store or a warehouse owned by the company. Let's click on Accounts. Here's the Accounts tab. If you notice, there's a viewfinder up at the top. You can look at many different, you can edit and look at different types of accounts. In this case, architects and engineers. Here's a list of all of them and the accounts that they, the stores that they actually worked on. There are other relationships contacts can have with accounts other than just having worked for them. But let's take a look at one account, okay? And we'll do it with the search window up here and look at different relationships with contacts on accounts. This is the Sunset Mall store. Contact names. Okay, this is a record for Sunset Mall store. You can see it's got the address and phone numbers and things. The contacts, as I said earlier, are people that work for a specific entity or account. In this case, the assistant manager and the store manager. But there are other relationships, in this case of the specialty retailer, who's building stores. Contractors, suppliers, and others involved in constructing a new store are called project team members. Records for team members needs to be available to other team members. So because most people that are working on these projects have access to the records, they're able to see the people they need to see to coordinate their work. Here's project team members. It's very simple to create a project team member. You simply go here. You look up the account. And then you can type in the name. Typed it in wrong. Okay. And there you go. There's Fred Flintstone. He's an attorney. And we're going to save him to the Sunset Mall store record. So now he's in as a project member here. There are also other related lists that are on a particular account. In this case, the Sunset store or Sunset Mall store. We have leases. Leases are very important in the business of running specialty retailers. It's the second most largest cost that you have over and above everything other than inventory. So you need to have the lease facts. So here's a header on a related list called leases, and you can see that there's the name of the landlord and where the store is, store number. You have the lease facts, which is the projected possession date, the expiration date, gross square footage, etc., and the financial facts. Now I think what we'd like to do is move forward. We can't talk about everything, unfortunately. There's 20 objects in this particular application. But let's talk about, discuss processes that are included in the application that are focused on accounting for and approving costs and expenses. In the case of this specialty retailer, millions of dollars are being spent on store design and construction. There's other ongoing expenses like supplies, display, travel, and meetings and entertainment. These expenses all need to be accounted for and approved by the appropriate managers. Also, the finance department needs to pay the bills and create the appropriate ledger entries. So management reports detailing the expenditures need to be created to assist in analyzing the business costs. So here we have a purchase order. Now I'm going to click on a particular purchase order that I know the number on. I'm going to use my friendly search mechanism. Okay, here's a record for a purchase order. This purchase order is for a vendor who does finishes. That would be floors, ceilings, walls, the finish work, metals, woods, so forth, that are really the design of the store. There's the purchase order value. There's the name of the person who did it, the name of the vendor. There's the payment schedule. Different types of trades have different payment schedules. Some are net 30, some have 3 payments, as in this case, some have 2. This one's 50% deposit, 40 at 80% complete, and 10% at the end. You notice that the address for this particular, where this work is being done, is here, okay, in the bill to address. You also have these payments are automatically split up based on whatever the terms of that agreement were, the payment, as we set up here, the payment schedule. So the first payment was $108,541. The next thing you have is you have that payment request that's going to be made, okay? But before we talk about that, let's look here at the purchase order line items. That total amount of that purchase order was based on a lot of different items that get totaled to the top, okay? Because there can be as many as 40 or 50 items that we buy on one purchase order. So here we have a cash and wrap at this amount, okay? Well, that is one of the sums that go to the top, that's one of the numbers that gets summed at the top. If you go down to the payment request, the vendor, when the money is due the vendor, in this case the vendor is actually creating the purchase orders to save the company users the time and effort, which is really a great thing. It helps keep the overhead down. They've made a payment request right here, and here's the header for the payment request. The important thing here is there's the header, is the approval process. It was submitted, so the vendor submits to have the payment made. They attach the invoice here that has to be there to get paid. The project manager and accounts payable approve it. When that happens, there's an automatic email notification that goes out to the vendor that tells he or she that it's been approved and that when the payment is going to be made. There are other types of expenses that we incur. Here's expense reports. This is a whole application built around making sure that the employees that are traveling or incurring entertainment expenses or other things actually have a way of getting their expenses in without putting them on a paper expense report and sending them snail mail to the headquarters. This makes sure that the records are kept and that people are notified when they're going to get paid. Things can't get lost like this. They can in the mail. It also allows us to keep detailed records by type of expense so that they can be audited. And there's an approval process where their immediate supervisor has to sign off before they are paid. Another feature would be allocations and returns. We have many things like, for instance, shopping bags here in this view. And shopping bags can be a major expense actually over the course of the year. And what happens is allocations are made from 2 or 3 warehouses around the country, and we have to keep track of where those warehouses are and how much actually goes out to a particular store. So in that way, we can keep a perpetual inventory in the warehouses, and the system does that, and it alerts the warehouse manager and the merchant team, the operations team, when the order up to level has been reached. Okay. Last, I just wanted to show you that there's again many more things. There's these tremendous reports. There must be 100 different reports, and they're very flexible. You can create more. Here's one that details basically the costs of or type purchase for constructing stores, and there's stores across the top, and then the costs are totaled within each store, so that you can see how much a store costs. This is really important to keep track of. Last, I'm going to show you some. There's a dashboard on the home page, and these come from the reports, and these keep construction costs by category. It gives you a pie chart. You've got the little hover feature. You've got project costs per square foot and change orders by project. Anything that's a report can also be put onto the dashboard and looked at. Last, there's Chatter. Chatter is a social medium, an internal social medium that can be used. It allows you to have 500 users beyond those that are able to just see the application. These people are outside that. They're not able to see applications, but they can share files, and they can collaborate through the social media type system. Here's files where you can put many files up here that you can collaborate with them on, and they can keep track of. Thank you very much for your watching our demonstration. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call us or fill out our contact form on the website. Thank you.